Well, hey, Leos, how about a little information about your purpose, your life purpose, your purpose for the week? We are going to ask, and you might already have a little intuitive sense of what your purpose is. We'll look at your fears, your desires, your challenges, your strength. We're going to begin with a little oracle card here to get a sense of what this is all about for Leo. Okay, Leo. Let's see. How's my hair? Ooh, your purpose, Leo, is mystery. It could be a mysterious purpose, and it could be to uncover mysteries or to keep a secret of some kind. Let's see. Wow, yeah. There's a few cards underlying. Whoa, a lot. Okay. There's like a lot going on here with you, Leo. So there's a great mystery that needs to be guarded. It looks like a kind of, that eye doesn't belong in your hand. But you know this, it's a mystical understanding, right? That you're guarding. So there's something here about the father, this very patriarchal, masculine, this is sweet elk deer with peeking his antlers through the vines which have tangled in the antlers. He looks sad. So I'm going to lay all these out and then we'll talk about it. The world, just everything. But the world can also mean, in tarot terms, an ending and a beginning. This is a beautiful rainbow over the world. What comes in for me right now is that there's a secret, a mystery that needs to be guarded, and it has to do with the relationship to our rainbow kids. And this kind of fatherly protection and support for diversity which is under attack right now. And so what this can cause is secrecy and people going into the closet about who they are because it's not safe. So there's something here coming up around that. We see rise as the next card, to rise. This is the birds signify wisdom, truth, liberty, flight. We can again see these two cards here, a planet and the ascension of diversity here. Seasons. It takes time. The seasons change. It suggests the wheel of turning. The seasons of the year, balance, being both grounded on the planet and with those birds. So there's a huge thing here about your purpose, this mystery. It's just so interesting. This all comes in under mystery. There's home here. So this is really important, on a planet, which is our home, but we're kind of in an argument about how we should treat our diversity. Our rainbow people are under attack. I'm a rainbow person. But we're having policies that restrict our youth from getting access to gender affirming care and things like that. So in a hostile environment, which it feels like the political realm feels hostile. It feels the opposite of nurturing. It is the opposite of a good father. It is a dysfunctional and destructive world. Your purpose, Leo, is that you have a way of providing home, balance to help nurture and protect the vulnerable ones. And it looks really beautiful. We can see this joyful leaping out into this purpose here. That feels like the card, the Sun card, Leo, which is one of your cards. And so like here we are in this dark night of the soul, really. Under the moon, we could see the new moon, the full moon, and another new moon. And this boat it's a strange image, isn't it? This tree growing in this boat. I can look up the very brief description of what this is about here. Let's see if that adds anything. Mystery. The card is a reminder that there will always be unknowns, like the tree and the canoe. You can still stay rooted and connected in the wonder. So that and this came up for the Scorpio reading as well, like there is a very big purpose here. I mean, all this card, the rainbow, the time that there's time that needs to pass to protect people who are shrouded in mystery. And it may be, Leo, that you don't even really understand what it means to be these people, but it doesn't matter. You don't need to relate to people to show up as coming in like this strong father, this provider of home, this balanced, grounded support for others different from you. You are protecting and guarding and supporting, and ultimately it provides joy for you, I'd say, in your Sun nature Leo self, but also for the ones that you are protecting and nurturing. We see rising here. It's really beautiful. I honestly feel, I'm a Leo moon, so like my Leo heart is like swelling right now with this purpose and in support of your Sun in Leo purpose, to show up in a protective, loving way. I mean, what does it mean to you that this stag has vines tangled in his antlers? He's moving gently, right? He's not tearing through. He's not violent. I mean, we think of deer as gentle. I mean, I often will think of these stags fighting like a kind of sexy battle kind of thing, but this is a really sweet, gentle father here. However you identify gender-wise, like we can all have this father in us and bring it forward, and this is needed here. These rainbow people, they need that support. There's a huge feeling in me about like the big purpose is to create a livable existence for all. Like it doesn't hurt me that you get to be you, whoever you are, as long as we're not hurting each other. Let's make it livable for as many people as possible. It feels livable for very few people, actually, and I think that's at the root of our conflict over whether trans children get to grow up to be the gender that they identify with. I don't know. That's just one example of what you, Leo, are being purposed for. Your purpose is to be this leader who comes from love, who supports and provides a home. Like this is Earth as home in many ways. And and I see I want to pull these cards here. We see the birds, we see the planet, we see being grounded in that. This is on a very practical level, being both really grounded in the practical and aspirational, like these birds. And the birds can represent your philosophy. Okay, wow, I haven't even pulled tarot yet. Okay, so let's ask some specific questions about you, Leo. And what do we get? We got the Emperor and the World. End of the Emperor. I guess I have a feeling that we do have Mars over there in Leo, and has been there with Venus in Leo lately. But there's a revision of the masculine undergoing beautiful change right now. So let's see here, Leo. First thing we're going to ask is, what is this about? Your intuition tells you something. We're going to ask about that. And then we'll get into your fear, your desire, what your challenge will be towards this purpose, and what your strength is. So let's see. I'll ask all these questions. What does your intuition tell you? The Ace of Cups. Beautiful. Divine love. This is about love. This is about the most beautiful ideal, the holy grail of love. Yeah, you're going to make me cry, Leo. I just feel... Okay, you are making me cry. Look, I'm going to keep it together. What is your fear? Father of Cups. So the Father of Cups is emotionally intelligent, has access to this holy grail of love, is a deep-hearted, true-hearted leader. The Father of Cups does not open up, but this is definitely about father figure stuff. So, what is your father like? And what kind of father are you, or would you be? And again, regardless of your genitals, right? Like, who are you in the paternal, loving, masculine sense, right? So the Father of Cups is a sweet king, and he's a good listener, and he doesn't open up, right? So there is something here about your fear is about, what comes right to me is like your dad didn't tell you he loved you, clearly, or you're afraid to tell people you love them. You're afraid to talk about your feelings, but we'll clarify. There's something about having access to your emotions, about are you emotionally intelligent enough to do this work? Leo, you're always accused of being the one that wants to be the center of attention. And of course, that's not your highest self. Your highest self is the lion heart, is a strength card, is absolute love, calming of the capacity for violence. Your power can be used for violence. And so this father figure, it's almost like a fear of your masculine aspect. And like here we are, we're in a critique of toxic masculinity. Our culture has men with guns not supporting rainbow people, but going in and shooting them up, And by rainbow people, I'm talking about people that are different from you, that are not a part of like the empowered, people of color, children, elders, mentally ill people, homeless people, queer people, trans folk, that kind of stuff. All right? People without structural power. So wherever you identify, do you identify as like I'm like a white cisgendered straight guy and I have all this power, and what do I know about this, or do you identify amongst these rainbow people? I think in either case, Leo, this reading is meant to reassure you of your capacity, and that in fact you with your lion heart are definitely built for this, and you know it. You have the heart for this. That's beautiful, very moving. Your desire. Oh wow, 5 of Swords. Okay, so that doesn't look comfy, right? Ouch. Poor little earthworm cut into. The swords represent your thoughts. This is a hard, why would you want this, right? So this is about self-harm, and it's about turning away from self-harm. So to me, I asked you a question a minute ago, like, did your father tell you he loved you? Did you have a father that filled up your cup with love, that was open about how he felt? Did you have a model like that? If not, then this 5 of Swords would be the thing that you would be desiring to heal, which is that Ideas were put in your head like, I don't deserve love, I don't have enough to offer. Ideas that hurt you were put in your head. They're self-defeating thoughts. They cut you in two. They cause you to to make decisions. Sometimes they're really selfish, self-centered, I'm winning in the wrong way kind of decisions. And then when you win, then you feel like regret. Like the victory isn't there for you because you did it in a way that maybe hurt somebody else. This is like the headache card. And I think this is a great example of being torn in two by your thoughts. So this is your desire to heal. You want to heal this. And there's many Five of Swords cards and other decks where we can see the actor you saying, okay, I'm done with that. So I'm going to read that way. We will clarify though. What is your challenge? The challenge is the world. This is a major life cycle coming to an end and the beginning of a new. But in this deck, this card is about knowing that you are already whole. So to know that you are complete and that you have everything you need, it goes with this, right? And it goes with this. To know you are already perfect as you are. You intuitively know this. You know you have the heart for this purpose. Your strength, the Emperor. You're a leader. Yep. You are a leader. People look to you for leadership. They recognize you as a leader. It's a very masculine father energy, the Emperor. Like the Father of Cups. It's all this energy. Like this, you are good at this. Whether you know it or not, it looks like you're not sure. Okay, let's see what's going on underneath. Yeah. One card, Six of Swords. So I talked about the Five of Swords. This is the next card. It's going towards a better place, right? You put down those thoughts that were cutting your little earthworm in half, and you walk towards this rainbow, right? You know, this reading says that when you find a way to be grounded, the strange thing, this tree growing in this boat, like how does that not tip over, right? You can find a way to answer that question when you put down the thoughts that cut your little earthworm self in two, that tear you apart, give you a headache, your doubts about your capacity is what it comes in here. There's this beautiful gift that you bring. It's right here all over the table. A part of what is happening, we see this as clearly protecting rainbow people, but there's also that you have a secret inside. And it's, you appear like this, but you have some of this going on, and you know it, and you're working on it, because this is what you've been focused on. This is your desire. And when you do that work, you get to walk towards that rainbow. And so anytime that we see ourselves as like, I've got to rescue these people, there's also a possibility of being like, I'm not so different from these people. I look like this. Like I was talking with a really nice straight white guy who happened to be wearing a pink shirt last night. And I have no idea what his sign is, but you know, he's talking about how he hasn't really needed to know who he is and what his identity is, and that he misses, he yearns for that, right? So if you relate to that feeling and that category of having all the privilege, you know, the rest of us who are rainbow people, we know that when we're at our best, when we quit doing this, and we walk toward this, we find that we're giving to others, but we're also transforming in ourselves. And so this seems to me to be a part of what this gives you, Leo, is a movement towards your highest self. And not just being great, the leader and the father figure of this, but that also like you get a father figure, you get whatever whatever the story is with your paternal relations, that's a part of the gift of this for you. Okay, let's clarify. Okay, Leo. So your intuition tells you that there's this beautiful holy grail, this gift of divine love present. You have the heart for this. You are the lion-hearted one of the zodiac. What else? There you are, the fool, traveling light, taking that leap of faith. That's what comes after this ending. That's your challenge. You have the hermit here. So there is in your personal history, when you reflect back, it looks, we can see on the table here like this. The hermit is looking back at the fool. When the hermit looks back at the fool, which is maybe if you think about your story, it makes me think about the question I asked you about your father, and like read that broadly. Like maybe you had like a genuinely wonderful father. I'm not saying that, but there is something about the way that men have been trained, at least in my culture, to not be good at opening up and telling you how much they love you and how amazing you are, and that they might feel like their job is to push you and limit you and give structure, and so that can, I don't know, I'm just trying to expand your sense of like, what did you learn as a kid? It gives you this beautiful fool quality, this faith. It gives you the light that the hermit holds. It's beautiful. It gives you this. It's in you, and it comes from your life and from what you have experienced, good and bad. And there's death, card of Scorpio. So, yeah, so there's a sense here, like, we got to understand this, right? There's these thoughts. They come from somewhere, right? Death, Scorpio energy. It says you can take the worst, darkest, most painful experiences. Like, say you have an alcoholic dad that never got sober, you're abandoned your whole life by this father. You can take that and you can transform it. And it's really from that your ability to have compassion and to be, to help to rise to the occasion and to provide balance and a home, all of this beautiful, beautiful stuff, Leo, it comes from you transforming and finding that heart of gold that all Leos have within, no matter what your story. It looks like there's some pain in your story, Leo. Like there looks like some thoughts that you need to put down so you can walk towards that and support that energy in the world. Okay. Your fear, Father of Cups. What else? What else about that? Contentment, Nine of Cups, wish fulfillment. Victory, Six of Wands. This is Page of Pentacles, grounded energy. So you're afraid to, this is a lot of having a lot to offer here. You have like something really practical, pragmatic, like a home to offer. It comes from your fiery willpower, your Six of Wands energy. It comes from your emotional sense of contentment with who you are. You've come to that. That's what this Father of Cups like. So there is a feeling of fear that you may or may not have something to offer here. The cards say you have so much to offer, Leo. You know how to live, and you know it because you have your Ace of Cups, your Holy Grail. I'm going to say you know how to live in a world where you're the center. Like, you know how to love yourself somehow. Like, you've learned this because you've transformed your life in order to have a good life for yourself. And so now your job is going to be to take that skill and share it, to make that, expand it out as a leader, that makes that possible for other people. Like, you might, your purpose might be to sit down one-on-one with people and tell them how you do it, how you're happy, how you came from what you came from, and you're still like you, okay? All right, wow, caused jumping. So here we go. This is your desire. Strange desire. I'm reading it as that you want to heal that, but let's see. Queen of Pentacles. She knows her worth, security, abundance. Again, that very practical, homey energy. Self-sovereignty. 9 of Pentacles. There's a little tension between a Queen and a 9 of Pentacles, because the 9 of Pentacles, like the 9 of Cups, it's a solitary, in and of myself. I provide my home. I listen to my own wisdom. It's very much a self-sufficient energy. It's kind of what I saw over here under your fear, which is, you know how to do this for yourself. How can you do it for others? And then Temperance. The angel Michael, 1 foot in the emotions, 1 foot grounded on land. That's so much this energy here. You're alchemizing your feelings. The sun is rising. There's a path that comes out of this process of knowing how you feel. There's a balancing of emotions and practical needs. So what we see here is time. It takes time, temperance. It takes moderation. So there's a desire in you to heal this self-harm, to know that you're okay in and of yourself. So like, if I think about the tension between the Queen of Pentacles and the 9, she's sort of looking for somebody to give her security on the outside. She's giving it to herself. She knows she's awesome and that somebody should want to give this to her. She provides it for herself. They both know they're awesome. It's just one gets a little bit caught up in getting others to provide this. Now, my personal orientation towards that is, it makes me uncomfortable to depend on other people for my security. I'm much more comfortable in a 9 of Pentacles, but I also can relate to the emotional benefits of being in relationship to others and having a partner and things like that. And so what you're doing is you're taking these two seemingly contradictory ideas, and you're mixing them. You're mixing them up, you know. Yeah. And it's needed here because there's some thought. So if we take my 9 of Pentacles story here, like, I'm more comfortable providing for myself, knowing I'm self-sufficient. Those are thoughts, right? Those are these swords that cut this earthworm in two. So that's my 9 of Pentacles. On this side, I'm like, but I want a partner, I want a home, I want a family. So like, how are my thoughts in tension? Like, so I can want two totally opposite things, and so I need to find a way of mixing them. So we can see, Leo, that you're quite good at one piece of this, and then, which I think is the 9 of Pentacles piece, but you know, read as you will. And then so now you're looking to mix it with really being in relationship with people who are quite different from you, in a way that's not all about you, but ultimately ends up showing you who you are in a way that you've never seen before. Okay, your challenge is to know that you are complete and you have everything that you need already. That's a part of this desire to heal these thoughts that divide you in two. Feel contradictory, that like one might sabotage the other. Okay. Justice. There's more of a sense of balance. She has the sword of truth. The cups are in balance. That's that rainbow energy. What else? There's a King of Pentacles. Father energy. Also the partner of the Queen of Pentacles. It's a real family vibe here going. I like it. And then there's work. Yeah, so your work is to, it's very clearly to shift your father concept in a way where it's not just all this sort of stereotypical masculine emperor, solitary leader, doesn't talk about his feelings, doesn't even have feelings or admit to them. Like, your job is to work on taking that and mixing it with its opposite, its seeming opposite. So the queen and king, the masculine and the feminine energies that make the world whole. So this idea of completion, of wholeness, and that there's work to be done for you to do that. What you have is a very masculine strength. You're a leader. So it's this pine tree standing out by itself. And of course, where I live in a ponderosa pine forest. Like, these trees are actually safer from wind when they are together in a family. So I'm thinking of a Leo in my family, and he is a part of a big family. So this relative of mine might take this tension between the family and the being autonomous and singular, and be like, oh, I need to work on my autonomy here, knowing who I am. I'm in a family, which is the part of this goal, home, but I'm also a singular being with integrity, and I know that I have this purpose to maybe expand my family beyond the nuclear, so that I'm including this world of rainbow people, the rainbow, into my sense of home. And this is about change, right? The seasons. It's like the wheel of fortune. It turns, right? And so change is needed here in order to fulfill your purpose, Leo. So let's see this Emperor. This is your strength. This is that same card we've already seen, the Six of Swords. You can see the family being carried from difficult emotional waters to calmer ones. There's your thoughts. This is about changing and healing your mind. So you have a capacity for that, Leo. There's that ability to be guarded, to deal with secrets. This is actually there's some ideas here. That's this. Protective, guarded. It can be dishonesty and theft. Let me see here. One more card. What's going on? King of Cups. So your fear is a part of your strength. I knew it. I think I already told you that. Yes, it's again like your strength is, you have this willpower, this fire. The Emperor is card of Aries. You can move this boat. You can take this family across. The way that you keep your feelings and your thoughts to yourself is coming in as a strength. So this is that dual feeling of like. So again, Leo, you guys get accused of being self-aggrandizing. This you Leo that's coming here, you have this Father of Cups quality where you are able to center your kingdom, which is a lot bigger than just your little nuclear family, right? You put your kingdom before yourself. So that's a very beautiful energy. You are able to work with your thoughts, and you guard certain secrets. And this is coming in here as a strength for this process. You know what those secrets are, right? What do you keep to yourself? Why do you keep it to yourself? I see a transformation for you here. By the end of this journey, you're like this. Does that change? Does it change that you become a different kind of father from the one that you had or the one that you have been? Underlying card 1. It's a lightness. There you are, offering your silly little heart. That's beautiful. It's very lighthearted here. So Leo, this is a really beautiful Leo. Your lion heart and your purpose to be this father figure, to be a person whose heart expands enough for a kingdom, for the whole planet, for crying out loud, and it's beautiful. So do it. Do this purpose, Leo. I'm excited. I need you. And I will apply my Leo moon, my heart, to the project as well. Okay. Have a great day.